Done.
And welcome to the National Meat Treasure Podcast with your hosts, Trop J, mornin, Trop J, mornin, Trop J, mornin.
Hold on.
You have no idea.
I did that just for you. I want you to know that's exactly why I'm a genius. AKA, you're the balding beauty, the noggin that's doing the most mogging. I don't know what that is.
Hey,
it's your boy, Christian.
Yeah, I came prepared with no rhymes and AKAs because
it's okay. We got you.
You feel me? Yeah, but
every time we're not sure where we're going, I'm just gonna put that. Yo, he's the perfect transition.
No, it's Thrillah 303 NMT National Meat Treasure Gang. Bow.
Dude,
I gave him that extra second. Thank you, Kendrick.
Look, that shit. Okay, so like when it came, so it like leaked a couple of days before it came out, and I thought it was like I literally because people would like use that sound on TikTok, and I literally thought it was just like someone who sounded like Kendrick, like leaking that to like be funny. Then I heard the song, bro, and the song. If you listen to the song, I think it's called Range Rovers or Range Brothers or something like that, and like the song. Like it stops and the beat switches just for that. And like I've listened to that song so many times just for the build up to that good old Top of the Morning, and it's I will pay $500 to see Kendrick live if he says that shit. If I know for a fact that's on the set list, I'm paying money for that and losing my mind.
I think that's
stage diving, the whole nine. I don't care if security.
Can we have a
my
signal?
Ass.
We have a signal for every time I need to run that clip because
you can do that. The needle guy dance. Takes his hat off.
God, the content is already there. It's so good. It's writing itself.
It writes itself.
Yo, thank you.
Magnificent. Anyway, let's get into it, boys. Matrix trailer. How do we feel
the Matrix
about it?
Tail? Okay, so I've got lots of theories, but like beyond the fact, like the obvious one, like it's a young Morpheus, right? So that's right off the bat. Like it's a different game, right? We're dealing with because they always talk about the chosen ones being so many, and I guess like he's not the first chosen one, right? He's like supposed to be like the sixth.
Yeah.
So can we be just seeing like because the soul doesn't really change itself, but the body can? Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So like we're on the same track. Yeah, but when we're talking about past lives, the soul doesn't really change itself. So are we looking at the same soul every time they're outside of the Matrix? But technically that's a real world. So again, I'm too high already.
Yeah.
That shit is spiraling me out of control. Yeah. What do you guys think?
Okay. First of all, I want to say that I almost had a heart attack on that trailer because I thought Laurence Fishburne was dead, like in real life. So I was like, "What? Did I miss something? Why is that not the real Morpheus? What the hell?" And I like had to Google it, and I was like, "Oh wait, of course he's alive. He's on Blackish." So I just totally forgot. Dude, can we talk about like Laurence Fishburne? We can get into it later, but like Laurence Fishburne was one of the coolest people in the 90s, and now his character on Blackish is this like crotchety old man. So like I always forget he's still alive because I watch fucking Boys in the Hood too often. But like
I feel like he's always crotchety old man because he's crotchety old man in Boys in the Hood.
Yeah.
Like he's ready to whoop his son's ass. Like, yo, you're fucking up.
The nigga's name in that movie is Furious. His character's name is Furious. Yeah.
I don't. Holy shit, Furious. Like, so he's already crotchety. That's just my opinion. I think he's just leaning into it with a gray beard.
Right. Right.
Well, I fucking lost my mind, but I don't know. First of all, is the Matrix? Am I bugging? There are Matrix books, correct? There was books before the movies, right?
Comics, graphic novels.
Honestly, I think it was an original idea.
Yeah, I think any books came after.
Yeah, you have the Wachowskis being just kind of legendary in that respect because they took something that, they took technology that wasn't like easy to deal with at the time. Like to create up that the bullet time. Like that those slow. Yeah, like that shit is iconic. Like, I mean, who like there were so many like everything after that had to mimic that. Like video games were like I have to mimic that.
Max Payne came out.
Can I get a little nerdy for 2 seconds and then I'll be off of it? Because the Matrix movie excites me in ways because it literally changed the way we look at time.
Yes.
Like if you're big high today.
Oh, there, bro. Like, but you know, like the way movies explain the way time would move, like it was always just like so quick and lines and zigzags and what, right? You know, but they literally would slow everything down to the point where time now is like the person's moving so fast that everything looks slow. So now we're seeing it through the point of view of the person. So that, I don't know, again, big high, but still like, I that's my nerd out. That's it.
Oh, man, you just fucked me up a little bit.
That's a palate cleanser. That's a palate cleanser right there.
Yeah. I was just, I'm a very just like take it as it comes person. Been a big fan of the Matrix, obviously since I was like 9, which was like a couple years after it came out. And I like watched a lot of videos on different theories about the Matrix. And so I also watching it high was just like, I don't know what the fuck is going on here, but the shit is gonna be lit. That's pretty much my thing. I don't know what the fuck is going on, but it's gonna be lit. I'm happy.
They open up with
I'm excited.
Pills,
I don't want to say
taking.
Happy. Yeah, I'm excited.
Well, my already thing, and this is just, I talked about this in the group chat, how I'm like, I'm scared because Hollywood has, everything's a money grab now. So first of all, this movie being even back in play is a money grab. Like, why is it coming 20 years after the fact? But
technology?
What I already know they're going to do is they're going to draw it out and leave room for a fucking sequel, which, like, if it's real, it's like, it's a double-edged sword, because if it's really good, do I want a sequel? Or if it's really good, do I want to end there? Because a lot of sequels they do are like, let's just show this end part. It's not as fruitful as the original, or like you could have just like make the movie 4 hours, bro. Like we will sit in theaters for 4 hours if we need to. But,
wait, can we do that? Because like I did 3.5 for like the Avengers, and that shit was like my ass got like just like numb. Like you need an intermission. You need an actual intermission. You can't be like if you do a 4-hour movie, you got to split it.
I mean, I don't know. I'm just already afraid.
I want neck.
We're gonna be incomplete because I.
Like,
wait.
First of all, I mean, we're in the streaming age. You can get neck during the movie in your home. Do you need to have public?
That's my point. I need an intermission for it. And yes.
And he's like, and I don't like that. I don't need a.
I just need an excuse. Like, just put it across the screen.
But I'm already shook for a sequel. But as far people are like, oh, it's going to be bad because, for my reasons, it is probably a money grab. But at the same time, can it be? It could be like a weird deviation from the story, I guess, if you're really like a fucking nitpicky. But like special effects wise, it's gonna be insanity.
Fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Come on.
We're all big fans of Keanu. Shout out to Big Key, Big Reeves.
Big Revo.
The guy. I gotta know something about Keanu.
Good.
I gotta know something about Keanu because
my son knows Keanu.
Like I saw the Peacock. On the Peacock, they have all these movies for free this month. And they have the entire John Wick series for free. And I haven't only seen the first one, so I started watching the second one. And like, it's a John Wick movie.
Is it good?
Bay. I didn't finish it because I fell asleep because it was already like past the bedtime at this point. But I started watching it, and like, you know, it starts off guns ablazing. He's running somebody over with his car, explosives. But the whole time I'm looking, I'm like, this man has not a single wrinkle in his forehead, and he's 57 years old. So I gotta know what's higher, Keanu's livelihood budget or the budget for The Matrix? Because there's no way you're that hot at 57 years old.
I don't know, man.
As
like,
a pale man,
like how much stem cells is he being like having shipped daily, like to rejuvenate that face? Like the minute, like 15 minutes after, like he hasn't like added any new stem cells, like he just turns into like a saggy ball face. Like that could be the end of all things. I think that's what society's.
That's the ending of the Matrix. The Botox runs out and he just melts.
Like, just that would be amazing. No, I mean, so like the pill thing was interesting because they opened up with that, right? Like the blue pill, taking the blue pill, and then he finally takes the red pill. But the fact that he already has like crazier powers than Morpheus in this, does that make like he's like blowing him away? Like, but again, it is young Morpheus, so we don't know where this sits on the time. This thing's a whole.
Well, the thing is, it's like, why is Trinity there if it's a back in time thing, or does this go back into the whole bodies and Trinity's souls?
Old. Yeah,
and Trinity's also old. I feel like there's maybe there was a deal struck or something. I feel like there was a deal struck amongst the computers and what's the city called they live in?
I don't know.
Zion.
Is it Zion? Oh, wow.
Zion.
Yes. There's probably like a deal struck between Zion and them where it's like we're gonna. I don't know. I really it's too complicated and convoluted because I really can't answer these questions. But I just feel like the end of the Matrix was, hey, the Matrix is done. But also, well, no, what was the end? The end was Mr. Smith took over, and they were like, all right, bro, let's strike up a deal because Mr. Smith is bodying us in the robot world. So we got to fix this. And then Neo dies, kills Mr. Smith, but we really don't know what happens after that. So there had to be a deal, right? The Matrix didn't take away the Matrix. The robots survive off the Matrix. So maybe there was a deal struck.
There was
Neo was like totally cool with being in the Matrix.
Well, there's a conversation when it ends. There's a conversation between the architect and the Oracle, and they talk about, I believe, what is going to be like the next Matrix. You know,
can I be a dickhead?
Go ahead, bro, because I know you know more.
I didn't. No, I don't. I was gonna say I don't. I didn't watch the last movie because it was so fucking. The second one was so fucking boring. It dried me out in the movie theater, and I fell asleep. Like, I only remember the first one.
Hold on. You've had like 12 years
to
watch this movie.
And I didn't want to. Yeah, I don't know. Because I got turned off by the second one. That's the reality.
The second one wasn't great, but the third was great.
The white twins, jumping around. Like,
oh, I love that.
That was fire when it dropped. Oh, boy. I
White
always
Men
wanted
with
to be
dreads in the 90s? That was the vibe, bro.
That was the movement. Yeah, that was the movement.
That was the move. Oh, no.
Dude, you know what I did recently? So there's a woman. Are you aware of the French woman in the second one?
Yes. The Merovingian's wife.
That was my sexual awakening. The Merovingian's wife. The Merovingian is a program. And
okay, yes. I kind of vaguely remember that.
Yeah, and basically the Merovingian has a wife who he cheats on, and I guess even the robot programs are still like monogamous. And bro, she is like the hottest woman that decade. Just titties popping out of her dress, huge big French lips, and she's just a miracle. And
she really is.
I literally Googled her relatively recently, and she's still pretty hot. And she's got to be like 70 almost.
Right.
I know you're looking her up. Get her on the screen share.
I am.
You will not have my help in spelling Merovingian because I have no idea. But
I just did a really wild guess, so don't even feel bad about it.
I had a longtime friend of mine. The only reason why I even know like that much about the Matrix is because like he was so into it, and I watched it, and he explained. We always explained everything to me about it, and then we watched the Animatrix. And then he wrote a fan fiction about the Matrix involving the Merovingian. My friend is a genius. His name is Ian.
You've mentioned it before, white guy?
Yeah. My bro Ian Corey. He actually has a podcast radio show called Lambda Forms Radio. Lambda Forms is his writing project. That was at one point the band that I was in. The only time I was in a band when I was from 14 to like 17 years old.
What did you guys play?
We didn't do anything. We were like a post-metal band, but we didn't do anything.
Post-metal band.
Yes, there she is.
Yes, there she is. You gotta get her in the white dress. The white dress was her at her prime.
The white dress. Okay.
And there's the part where she like makes out with Neo for some reason.
Yeah.
I forget the.
Yeah. It was something to like
where she makes Trinity.
Yeah.
Oh,
Dude, that shit, the way she
we
moves,
do
gonna be a
love.
close up on
Is
that
that her?
face.
Is that her?
That's
Oh, yeah.
her.
What's her real name in real life? Okay, her name in the Matrix is Persephone, which is like a Greek god.
Persephone. Yeah.
Or Persephone, however the fuck you say that. Hooked on phonics did not work for me. All right.
She's not a Greek god. Here, she's not a Greek god. I'll actually give you a little correction. She was the wife of Hades, and she did not want to be the wife of Hades, and that's where we get the pomegranate fruit, because she would have 12 seeds for every month, and then when she would go back to Middle Earth, I don't know what the fuck they call it. That's when she would bring spring. So when she would go back to Hades is when we would get fall
winter
or winter or something like that.
Oh shit!
Well, that makes sense for her character.
A little
she
bit.
does not want to be married to the Merovingian, who is. I love that.
Yeah.
That little clip of Kendrick that just popped up on the screen share. But yeah, she's hot as fuck. Definitely. How old was I? This movie came out like 13, 14? Yeah, I would have. Okay. Actually, that Monica Bellucci, yeah, that's her name. Let's see what she looks like now. Because I'm pretty sure I looked her up recently and she was still super hot.
Where do we have her name? I am looking for that. Clubhouse. Nope. Where'd you get her name? I didn't even see that.
It was on that picture. Wow. Monica Bellucci or something like that. Yep, right there. Portrayed by Monica Bellucci. Or Bellucci. Something Italian, French. Something foreign. I don't know.
All right. Well, that is definitely fucking Monica Lewinsky. No. Louise.
Why is that in your top results, huh?
Blue dress. Holy shit, we're getting spicy. Maybe we need to get off this before our FBI agents pull me up.
Our FBI agent knows you want that Monica Lewinsky blowjob.
I do, somebody's got to wear a blue dress. That's gonna be a great, I'm sure that was done already, but yeah, that was definitely done. Like the blue dress, like Halloween get up, like somebody did that. Somebody.
Yes.
Oh yeah, in the 90s, sure.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like when it was relevant. Like
I would love to see somebody cheat on a president cheat on his wife now. Because, remember back then it was a huge scandal and they tried to impeach Clinton over it. But, now we're all talking about polyamory and whatnot. So,
right.
Would anybody, I guess the left would be like, oh my God, the president's on polyamory. He's cool. Let's give him another term. Whereas
they'd be like, nah,
he's destroying American values.
Yes, that's what it would be. That's exactly what it would be.
Remember Anthony Weiner showing his wiener, to everybody back in the day?
Yeah.
He's showing dick pics. So he was kind of that new age politician who got caught up in that.
Yeah, he got banged out for sexting. He was one of the first sexters that got caught.
For real. And he's disgraced. He's never... he's never living that life. I don't know where he's at. I don't really give a fuck.
They got him up out of there.
Well,
that shows you
who's not disgraced. Who's not disgraced is
Monica Bellucci.
She's not, but also happy nuptials to my man Dr. Umar, who got married with 2 wives last night.
Oh shit!
Wow. I had no idea about this. So I you know what? I'm gonna let you educate me right there because I have no idea.
Same.
I didn't do any research, but so Dr. Umar, if you're unfamiliar, he's basically this Pan-Africanist, supposedly psychologist, although no one confirmed if he actually has any degrees. Supposedly there's been some he had all this, basically he gets on these radio shows and has all this talk about Pan-Africanism and opening up schools and teaching the black youth this, that, and the third. And nothing's come to fruition. People think he's stolen money, but he's such a character that everyone's just kind of they're keeping up with what he's doing, although they don't know what the fuck he's doing. Is he good? Is he evil? Is he chaotic evil? Is he lawful good? Who knows? But
I don't know. He's definitely chaotic for sure.
But he does have some very hotep and misogynistic takes about the black community, very homophobic takes. He's just, classic old school African man. And I guess the internet was abuzz a few months ago when he posted that he was looking for a girlfriend or a wife applications. And within his wife application video, he said that he wanted, African, nappy-headed, natural-haired queen, down to cook and clean, but also down for polygamy. She's not going to be the only wife. And apparently he found two broads that are absolutely with the shits. He got married last night. There was a video of him kissing two women in white dresses. We don't know who they are yet.
Because I have it up. I have it already up, guys.
Put it on the screen share. We don't know who these two women are yet, but they're kind of fine for his age, I guess.
Yeah, they are.
To know that Dr. Umar is having a threesome tonight.
Still that nigga, bro. Yo, double top, double top. That's the that's the King's game. Double top, definitely is.
Yeah, you really can't tell me shit if two bitches are sucking my dick and the world knows about it. So,
yep.
You really can't tell me a damn thing.
If I happen to take a video of it, I'm leaking it.
Like immediately.
You're leaking the double top videos?
Yeah. Oh, what? That is I just gotta let people know I've achieved success in my life.
That's the thing. You ever notice when like celebrity nudes leak, they always have giant dicks? Like that wasn't a leak. Like you posted that somewhere. I've never seen like a except for like maybe Shia LaBeouf kind of had a regular cock when he was doing all those like naked films, but they were still like in his films. It wasn't a leak. Like when Chris Brown shit leaked, Chris Brown is packing.
I've never seen that.
Chris Brown has a full Arizona can. That was like 2010.
Wow, I didn't know that. Man, that's just not fair.
Oh yeah, no,
yeah, Chris.
It is like
honestly, it is fair because the thing about Chris Brown,
like full on.
Oh yeah, full Febreze
like
can.
I've got a giant
full Febreze
size
can.
13.
The thing about Chris Brown is I actually watched a documentary about Chris Brown relatively
full on meat.
Not like within the last 2 years.
Oh, Christian, you're frozen.
In this documentary, they're going through his life, his times, the Rihanna scandal, this, that, and the third. And one thing I realized about Chris Brown is that aside from the shit with Rihanna, he is a perfect human being. He is good at everything. Did you know Chris Brown paints?
Get the fuck out of here.
He paints, and like in the documentary, so the documentary is like funded by him. And,
here you are.
Or I'm pretty sure it's funded by him. But in the documentary, he's like kind of doing a painting, and it's throughout the documentary, he's being interviewed, he's doing this painting, he's talking about his relationship with his child, talking about all these issues. And the documentary ends with him showing the thing he painted. It's a giant full portrait on a wall of his daughter that is realism. So Chris Brown,
oh my God, I love it.
Having a perfect giant cock fits well into his lifestyle, but also it's like,
why?
Now I don't feel bad about the Rihanna thing because like you had to have something happen, dude. You had to have some kind of scar,
right?
Because he could paint, he can dunk a basketball. He's like 6'3".
Yes, he can. Yeah, he's tall.
Bro, he was sexy.
Been in the same body fat his entire life.
16 years old. Like he was like literally just dripping with charisma at like 15 with his stupid hat.
He's a really good actor. I like him as an actor, and I actually like him as a rapper too. Yeah, when he came out and did that shit like with Busta Rhymes, like "Look at Me Now," I was like, I actually fuck with this.
That "Look at Me Now" shit was so hysterical because. So I was probably one of the first people I know that was on the Chris Brown train after that Rihanna thing. And I remember at the time, I knew a bunch of white girls that were like, they would all say the same line. Chris Brown could beat my ass anytime. So I kind of just like gave up. But like slowly, I guess society picked up like, fuck Chris Brown, fuck Chris Brown, fuck Chris Brown. And then that song came out and everybody forgot for like literally years until that, I think it was the Karrueche drama that brought it back. He was dating some other like famous singer, and he didn't beat her ass, but he definitely like.
I don't think he was a famous singer.
There was reports that he stalked her a little bit, and then he was like making fun of her boyfriend publicly on Twitter and just being really toxic. Not that he didn't whoop her ass or anything, but it just refreshed everybody's memory of like what Chris Brown is capable of, I guess. And even like the other day, I posted something about Drake, and somebody got in my DMs about like, I hate that Drake makes music with Chris Brown. I personally don't give a shit because I don't know them niggas, but like that's not anything that deserves my energy. Also, like Detroit loves Chris Brown for some reason. Like everywhere I go, there's Chris Brown's music playing, and like last night I was at the club, niggas was losing their mind.
Detroit is a Chris Brown city.
Who doesn't love Chris Brown?
Chris Brown's from Virginia.
Other than me.
I'm just saying, Detroit, if there's going to be any artist, it's going to be Chris Brown for Detroit. Like, I'm just going to say.
Oh no,
that in a
Detroit's
lot
very
of ways.
specific to its own artists. Detroit's very
Yeah.
specific to 42 Dugg, very specific to Motown.
Mhm.
Big Sean, you hear everywhere, but like, there's a couple of people on the outskirts that Detroit loves.
Yeah,
And Chris Brown is on
One
the
of them.
top.
Wow.
the same. It's
I've
tough
never
out
liked
there.
Chris Brown's music.
So I love
No,
Chris Brown's music,
that's
but
not
like,
true.
let's talk
That's
about
not-
more about Dr. Umar. Let's swing back to
Oh,
that
yeah,
because
yeah.
I want to know the impact that that's going to have in the Black community, because there's people. I mean, I feel like by and large, I think people think of Dr. Umar as kind of a meme, but there are people who like kind of take his word as law. Like, he is the king of Hoteps, King Conscious on TikTok. I don't know if it's his real TikTok or somebody making fun of him, because there are a lot of those TikTok accounts that like just take his clips of his lives and just say shit. Like, the King Conscious one is the best one, because that's the one where like people will say shit in the comments, and there's literally a video response for everything that is super specific to that comment, and it's like, did you say that? Are you the actual Dr. Umar, or is this from a live from 6 months ago? Do you just have all of Dr. Umar's content saved? But like, he's got so much content out there and so much work. Like, are we finally in the Black community gonna accept polyamory? Because I don't think we were on that wave. Like, even now, polyamory is getting popular, and I don't think Black people are really with it. So like, is this gonna open the doors for us?
I don't think so.
That was very fast.
No, I don't think so, and let me tell you why. Dr. Umar is a nigga that be wildin' in like many senses of the term. So a lot of people don't like him. And polyamory is, I think, well, not for everyone. And I think most people, like, their immediate reaction to polyamory is going to be, oh my God, I don't know how they could do that. I could never. Like, except for niggas. Like, niggas be like, I would fucking love it. If I could have two
Well,
bitches.
nice to meet you.
Same.
But well, first of all, we have to discuss. There's a
maybe
difference
not. I
between
don't
polyamory and polygamy.
Yeah.
Polygamy is something that's attached to religion, and
Yes.
I really don't know the background of it. But polyamory is about just
This,
being a free spirit. But like, are we? I don't know, man. I feel like, you know what? I feel like to give Dr. Umar his flowers. I feel like this is going to be in a history book one day. Maybe not in our lifetime, but I feel like in 20 years from, yes, because I mean, he's one of the no, let's think about it though, like, right? Like, how many high profile people of his status do we know that have multiple wives in public?
none.
Let's think
but
about it.
I don't think a lot of people take Dr. Umar seriously.
I mean, we
which
don't,
I may
but,
be
like,
wrong about.
But he might be like a Soldier Boy. Like, we didn't take Soldier Boy very seriously, and we still don't. But let's think about Soldier Boy. And I literally wrote a paper on this.
I know.
wrote a paper on
I know
this.
what you're.
Soulja
where
Boy
you're
was
going
Why would
with
you
this.
write a
pioneer.
paper on Soldier Boy?
Oh,
Why would you
because
write a paper on
Soldier
Soulja
Boy is he's a mogul and he is really doing shit.
Yeah,
Like,
it's amazing. Especially like, I mean, he puts himself out there. Like, he's got like a lot of streams but he also
Here's
just
the
like
thing.
falls fucking flat on his face. Like,
It's not about he has a lot of streams. He literally invented streaming. He is one of the he was the first person to have a rap video on YouTube. It's still there. It has 1 billion views. It's one of the most viewed videos. He was the first person to make money on the internet. He was one of the first people to have his own ringtone. He's a pioneer, and because he's a goofball, we don't let him have his flowers. But there's a lot of publications that have started allowing him to be him and giving him his flowers.
Yeah, I've seen people give him Soldier Boy flowers. But anyway, I was saying I don't know for sure. I guess because I don't like Dr. Umar and all of the media that I consumed.
Well, what is your grievance with King Conscious?
I just hate Hotepery. I despise Hotepery because I just don't like the idea. Like, so there's the idea of gender roles get me tight because I don't like being told what to do or that I have to do something. Even if it's something that I'm going to do naturally, I just hate, like, I'm cursed to hate being told what to do or what I have to be. Because there's a lot of stereotypes about men that, like, I'm like, I don't like people like that. I don't like these things. And I don't want to have to do that because that shit sounds whack. And all the other problematic Hotepery shit, like, it's just corny to me. It's like it's silly. I just can't take any of that shit seriously. So I don't feel like niggas take him seriously. But it's funny as fuck. But at the same time though, he the first interview I ever saw of him was him on The Breakfast Club. So like I don't take him seriously, but clearly we're talking about him because he does have some form of reach, and some people do take him seriously. And he's been on The Breakfast Club like mad times.
Yeah, I have no idea what his income is, or I haven't really done too much research on him, but my exposure was The Breakfast Club as well. Yeah. And like, again, I don't know how he got to that point or that height. I know The Breakfast Club definitely like catapulted him to a higher plane of existence, but I don't know. Like, I feel like he's going to be a soldier boy with it. I think this is going to be one of those, like this, it's going to change things, and we're not going to give him his credit. I don't know that he deserves credit, but he's, like I said, who else publicly and not like a cult leader has two wives right now? Unless he fucks this up. Unless literally, like, if 10 years from now he's still with these two wives and they aren't talking about how they got kidnapped.
I hate him.
Forced in a basement, then I think we're gonna.
It might be a thing. Have you ever seen the videos of him on like live, like his Instagram live videos when he's like talking about donations that he gets from his followers and people not donating enough? Have you ever? That shit is mad fun. He's like, he's got mad money. He's like donations, just like flipping through this money. He's like, y'all can donate, y'all can give. You got that $5 you can send, but send a little more than that. Like, this shit is mad funny.
If you can donate to us also, guys.
Yeah.
$1.
Yes.
My Cash App is
to the National Media Podcast, $Trop J on Cash App, TROPJ. Mm-hmm. But speaking of donating and polyamory, what if your guys' wives wanted to donate you another one? What if your wives came to you and
we're saying no.
Double top in the morning.
What if
double top in the morning?
What if our wives want to do what now?
Have they want to bring another wife in there.
Oh, for themselves?
For the two of you.
In general?
It's
to be a third equal part of your marriage.
That sounds
well. I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's say your wife.
But it could be crazy. Yeah.
Your wife wanted to start hooking up both of you with other women, and then first of all, where are you at with that? Let's say your wife wanted to have a threesome. How are you handling that?
I'm gonna be anxious
but you're with it.
So okay,
you can turn off the radio now, honey. Like, just
it would be at a character, so it's difficult. That would be very alarming. I don't think I would be with it. But in general, I would want to be with that. Yes, but I'm gonna be scared because I don't know how I'm gonna spread enough of me in the bedroom around for two women.
We talked about your girth last episode, so I think you got enough to be spread around, my friend. You got the peanut butter.
Yeah,
they got the jelly. All right.
I just like on some time wise shit. Like I don't like. I'm a nut just because you're in the room while I'm doing this. I might not make it to the bedroom. Anyway, so Christian, you go now. Yeah.
I don't know. So
we've had this conversation before, and you said you definitely wouldn't, but that was like a year ago. So have you changed your mind?
Has that
At the same time, it's like so if you're adding a relationship, if we're just talking about the threesome, probably yes. Like I'd be fine. I'd be totally fine. But if we're talking about a relationship, I'm not gonna lie. I have my fill with relationship, so I don't think I would add another
relationship on top of the relationship. Yeah, that sounds awful.
No, especially like living with two. I'm sorry, ladies, but living with two women.
I live with
I've
two
done
women.
it before. It is tough. That shit is not easy. I don't think I want to experience it. I have a daughter, so I'm already gonna be living with two women. I don't need to add like another.
Well, let me add some layers for you, right?
Go ahead,
let's say you have the threesome. It's popping, right? But now this girl's kind of just around, and she kind of wants to do this more often. So now you're having like a monthly threesome with this girl, right?
Monthly.
Now let's say she, Now you're friends. You're having a conversation. You're telling her,
Sure.
yeah, I'm really overwhelmed with the kids and the business. She says to you, I'll watch the kids this week. Hold on, you mean this week? The whole week? Yeah, dude, I'll take the kids for the week. I'm good. She's got money. You trust her. You send her off. Now you're handling your business for a week. Couple of months roll by. This person's integrated into your life. Doesn't live with you, but is integrated into your shit. Is a part of the community that is your family. And then your wife says, listen, let's make it exclusive with her, but she doesn't have to live with us. She's just going to be doing all the things. She's just going to be a third helper who sucks your cock as well. Are you with this movement?
Hold on. You're describing a sexy nanny. Like you're just, which everyone's had that fantasy.
I'm basically describing like a girlfriend for you and your wife.
Yes, an au pair that lets me see her pairs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, man. That's a weird one. Like,
okay, wait. I have a question about this relationship. During this time, is she also like your wife's girlfriend too? Like, are they hooking up also? Like because once,
absolutely,
like,
absolutely hook it up.
Are you allowed to have sex with the other individual, like just alone?
That is a good question. Well, let's see. Well, because in my brain, it's developing in the same way that a regular relationship would, right? Because like regular relationships nowadays, they start with you fucking. I don't know how it was like that with you guys back in the day when you're single days, but now you fuck first and then the emotional shit comes later. So,
yeah.
So in this situation, you're having the threesome. You keep having the threesome.
Right.
They keep being, and then they're just around more without there being sex. But you're getting that closeness. So I guess fucking this person separately would have to be a conversation between you and your wife. So, but how would that even come up? You know, if you think about it, like, how do you make that? That's a weird transition.
Well,
you're having a threesome with this person regularly, and then how do you say, like, I just want to fuck them without you?
I don't.
But not anything against you. I'm just they're here, you're not.
Well, I could see this. I could see it being like, you know, you have the conversation and
conundrum.
I feel like something fair would be if you're going to have sex with her, it's only going to be all three of us, but I can still fuck you alone because you're obviously my wife first. And then maybe, you know, as the relationship develops in years, maybe that can change, or something, you know, but maybe it works out. Yeah. It sounds like it could this sounds so far pretty lit.
I think
Joey
has just had a change in his entire life.
Yeah,
like
that's
he's
reasonably lit.
You know what?
I can see it go wrong in so many ways.
So
not even in the in like the relationship falling apart, not that part, just like you ending up like, you know, not liking, you know, when you get to that point where you're like, okay, now you're doing things that get me tight. You know, like now, like, right. Like now I realize, oh shit, maybe I don't want you. Like I could see a lot of opportunities for shit to fuck up, but
she's in her own house. Like,
yeah,
that kind of saves a lot right there.
That, yes. 100%. Yeah.
I'm just going to say right off the bat, like even in, like, just, you're not here all the time. That's kind of part of the gold right there.
Yeah.
Listen, if that was, I don't know if that's somebody's situation. If somebody who's listening, that's your situation, talk to us. I think we want you on the show.
Yes.
Like I would, if you're willing to. I would gamble that there's somebody at least with a similar situation or has passed through a similar situation.
Yeah. Oh, I have another layer that could be interesting. Now, what if like y'all are exclusive with this girl, but is she exclusive to this relationship? What if she's like, I'm your girlfriend, we're dating though, and clearly we're cool with polyamory, so I'm also gonna date someone else who is okay with this situation.
That could get complicated in Christian situation with children because it's like all right, like you could have the kids for a week, cool. Like she's their stepmom at this point, but then she gets another girlfriend, another boyfriend, and now there's this nigga you don't know around your children.
Yeah,
that get a
doing
messy.
Really dicey shit, bro.
Maybe she doesn't get the kids for a week. Maybe sometimes, frequently, you know, they spend a couple nights there, but she, you know, makes arrangements so that, you know, like this person.
She makes dick appointments.
You know, yeah, she keeps it. You know, she keeps, and we all communicate the schedules when we're going to be busy. I mean, this person doesn't have.
I feel like I could vibe with that because, like, I'm pretty possessive, but I can't imagine myself being possessive over two people. That's a lie. I've definitely done that, but but I didn't have them both locked in. So I've been possessive over two separate situations that didn't know about each other. But I've never been possessive with like a person like you're locked in and you're locked in and you're with me and you're on the other side doing whatever. I can't imagine giving a shit what this girl does.
Right. It's like, oh, you're the extra. And
the only way I'd probably give a shit is if like my three-way situation was banging and like the other girl's like extramarital shit was taken away from my three-way shit because I can't be.
There's a safety thing though. There's a safety thing also. You know. And
yes.
If you guys are pretending to be exclusive and then somebody isn't, but I mean that would have to be a conversation, right? Like everyone
of course.
goes like through like this is what's cool, this is what's not. That's the key to the love, just communication. But it's hard to communicate with people. I don't know, man.
Yeah,
like
well, maybe you guys will be having this conversation now that Dr. Umar's opened up the floodgates for polyamory.
Just play the clip and be like, hey, listen. By the way, like no. I don't know.
I could actually see my wife approaching me with that concept. She'd be like, "Yo, you want another person?" Like
it might be relaxing for her.
She might be like, "So you can just like leave me the fuck alone sometimes." Like, wait, I missed it. What did you say? I missed it.
I said plot twist. It's me.
Yeah. No, I feel like it would have to be like another, like she'd be like, you want another bitch in this
all right, chill
situation because it's like, so you could leave me alone and I could just do my shit. Like, I don't know, building things. Cause that's what my wife's into. She loves to build things. Like she's like, look, I'm just really trying to put together this IKEA furniture this week. And I got a lot going on with work, you know, let's get so-and-so to just kind of take care of you, you know, and then she could dip whenever, you know, sometimes come in and out. I'd be like, an assistant wife? That sounds lit, you know, maybe.
You know what you'd be getting, right?
Top of the morning. Top of the morning.
You know?
It's never not funny.
It's what you're guaranteed.
Yeah.
You're guaranteed it. Like someone's gonna be into it. Like you're talking about shifts. Like that's wonderful.
I feel like especially now, like those conversations are gonna be had with you guys. Because like I said, you guys are young. You've been married for a long time. The landscape outside of your relationship is changing, and it's gonna infiltrate your minds and the minds of your wives. Y'all may be having some threesomes in your future.
I think you are overestimating people's ability to change. No, just to change. Like a lot of people, you know, like around our age, like we kind of get locked into our beliefs. And like at least just looking at the older generations, you know, those niggas are locked into their beliefs heavy. You know, like nothing is gonna change their minds. So it's like I feel like if I'm 38, 40, you know, and this and I see that going around, like I'm not gonna be like I'm not gonna. We don't need to start that unless I wasn't like married and then you know there's a new situation.
Yeah, but you gotta think about the thing about the older generation is that the older generation came in with their values and beliefs, and then the internet happened. And then they weren't young enough to engage with it. You know what I mean? That's why you don't see a lot of old people on Instagram. You don't see old people on TikTok. So, and then when you do see those people, they are younger and hipper. Like there's that one old guy that he's always dressed in like Jordans and like off-white shit. You know what I mean? Like, so I feel like since our generation is engaged with the internet, the way we think is going to change because we're constantly like that's the thing about TikTok. Like your TikTok, Instagram, whatever, you are very, very constantly at a super higher rate than any generation before you for the last billion years exposed to information and new ideas.
Yes,
sure,
at a very high rate. So
super fast.
So you know things could change very fast in all of our lives and in our marriages and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah, maybe.
Hey, here's to the future. That's what I'm saying. No, I don't know. I don't know. I feel like I kind like everyone else who might be in like like maybe more of a traditional relationship. It's, you know, as much as you can throw that around, but like, you know, I think everyone has society's like grips like really hard in them, and it would have to be a societal change, like you're saying, for it to be kind of like at that conversation, because like, you know, we're all being told like you need to have one person and that's it, and
for
you know,
so long
you gotta
that's going to be a
down.
hard
I
one
don't
to
know,
break.
because I didn't delete Tinder, but I deleted the app because I was like bored. But like
Right.
I would say it's like 50-50. You see people, I'm looking for my husband versus non-binary or ethically non-monogamous or whatever. Like I feel like it's 50-50 now. You know what I mean? And I have my age set to and I think I have my age set from like up as high as to I think 47. So like, and it's not all the 47-year-olds who are like, I want to be I'm looking for the one. A lot of them are like, I'm just looking for casual fun, you know? So
yeah. I mean, they're cougars.
Things are
they're looking to just get their beak wet. Like they're not trying.
I feel like things aren't going to change fast enough to affect our generation. I feel like it's going to be maybe the next couple generations for that to like take hold.
I mean,
I always imagine though that I could be in like an open relationship if it starts off that way, like kind of like the idea of like if you like could you date a stripper, like versus your girlfriend wants to be a stripper. That's a lot harder, you know, if you were very loyal and monogamous versus, oh yeah, she was stripping before that, or she was doing porn before I met her. That's how I met her. You know, I can continue. She could be my girl, and I could still.
That's a wild life, though. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. I always say I think I could do it, but like
that's a wild life.
Probably, it probably would be too much.
When you see porn stars like interact with their like actual real life partners, like, and you just go like, wow, like, were you there? Did you drop her off? He probably did, right? Like,
you know what's funny? I did see who the fuck was it? How am I drawing a blank on a porn star right now? This is not like me, but
it's not on brand.
there was a porn star that was being interviewed on some podcast like during quarantine, and she was dating, you know, some regular guy, and they called the guy because the guy on this podcast, he was like, I need answers of how you could just date a fucking porn star. And he was like, honestly, bro, she like, you know, I saw her, she was fucking hot. Obviously, I beat it up, right? And then like, you know, you get to know her and what she does, and you're like, wow, this is a really great girl, this is a really great person. But it's like, I don't know if I could do.
And she's breaded.
If I could date you knowing what you do. And the first thing she said to me was like, come on set. He's like, what the fuck are you talking about? I want to watch you get fucked by some dude. She's like, no, dude, like, come on set. Like, it's not going to look the way you think it looks. And apparently when you get on set of a porn, it's like a movie, dude. Like, yeah, she's taking some dick, but like, there's lots of stops. There's lots of like direction. It's not like the porn you see where like they're getting smashed out for 45 minutes. They're stopping. There's, all right, cut. There's like, all right, bitch, get off me. You know what I mean? Like, it's a lot of people. It's a job.
You need
like,
fluffers. You need lubricant.
He saw that it was a job.
Yeah.
He was like, oh, like this is medical. Although, now that we're on this topic, I got a question for you guys. I think I asked you this question a while ago, Christian, and I've asked a dozen people this question. So I had an ex, right, where she swears I cheated on her. I did not cheat on her, right? In no way, shape, or form did I cheat on her. But what happened was I had another ex who I shouldn't even call my ex. We hooked up 10 years ago now. We used to hook up for a while, and we never called anything. And then it eventually fizzled out, whatever. We remained friends. And we've been like kind of in and out of each other's lives, non-sexually, for, I don't know, maybe a decade. And the one day, my girlfriend at the time was over, and she's asleep, and me and my other ex, quote unquote, we start having a conversation, right? And we start having a conversation about rumors that you know, because in that little small area of Scranton, rumors spread, and you know, it's a lot of people, high school people, talking to each other. So I was like, oh, I heard a funny rumor about you. She's like, oh, what rumor did you hear about me? I haven't even like lived in that area in so long. And I was like, oh, I heard a rumor that you got your tits done. And she's like, oh, no, that's true. I'm like, oh, cool. How did you afford that? And then she was like, oh, you know, blah, blah, I make a bunch of money. My credit's great, da, da, da. And then she's like, do you want to see him? And I was like, oh, sure. And she shows me this picture, and they're still like, they're still scarred up, but like they were just a picture of boobs. And I was like, oh,
sure.
cool. And then
this conversation is happening through text, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And the conversation fizzled. Like the conversation just
changed.
Completely went right from there. It was like back to, you know, how are you catching up?
Yeah.
So apparently this ex like found out about this conversation, which I still don't know how. I think she like went through my phone somehow.
Right.
But she wouldn't let this go for like months. Like every conversation we ever had, it would come up, and she swore up and down, would die on this hill that was cheating. So do you guys think that's cheating?
So you were together, right? Like exclusively, you and this person that you're not texting the girl at the time?
His girlfriend.
Correct?
Yeah, they were together. I'm gonna say no.
Yeah, I'm gonna say yes. You know why?
We're
I'm
a
saying no.
split decision here, folks.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say
Fuck
yes.
it.
You know why? Because like if it was some guy like, hey, look, I just got dick enlargement. Do you guys want to see my whole dick? Like, I wouldn't be okay with it. I don't think it's cheating, but I'd be pissed.
Well, that was her argument. Like, because
If it was the other way around.
the titties were still scarred up. This wasn't like a sexual picture covered in soap. This was like
I know,
bloody
but
gauze on the breast. You know what I mean? So like. She presented this argument, and I was like, well, if that was the case, you know, if you want to see like a medically enlarged dick that was like bloody and weird, and then just like kind of went on with your life after that, would I be weird about it? Yeah, but would I bring it up for 6 months? Definitely not.
Right. But I think also, I guess it would be. I don't know. I feel like it would be different for a guy because, like, a guy would be like, "Do you want to see it?" And I feel like the girl would be
That's another thing too. I brought up.
No,
I was like, first of all,
I'm
if a guy
good.
was showing you that, like, we all know guys have like more different intentions rather than a girl I fucked. The most recently I fucked her was maybe 2013, and this ex I dated in like 2018. So maybe like 5 years prior.
Right, very far removed.
I mean,
yes.
You know, what's the time limit on that? Like, some people don't feel
statute of
comfortable with that.
limitations on.
Yeah, what's the statute of limitations on pussy or dick? You know, either or.
Yeah.
Or, you know.
I just thought. I mean, I haven't even thought about this situation in a while. Because I broke up with this girl like years ago.
Yeah.
But like, I remember at the time because like I broke up with her, and then there was conversations where she would bring this up to other people as like, well, he cheated on me anyway. I'm like, what?
It's like, yo,
I kicked you out of my house. like, why is that something you're still bringing up? Like, what are we talking about?
So
I
don't think it's cheating. Just given the context, I feel like the context matters, like a lot. You know, like this is a friend of yours who for a long time, but like is really you're not on that type of time. You saw like, you know, what she was just showing this thing. It wasn't like, you know, and I think if it was the other way around, you know, it's like if that was the exact context, the other way around, it would be like, okay, you know, like that's not cheating because it wasn't that. Like if she
Also,
had an ex-boyfriend like that she dated mad long ago but didn't fuck, but they were still kind of in and out, and like that I knew about, and you know,
well, she did have one of those, but they didn't like. They were just, oh, he's just my friend. But
he never got a dick enlargement surgery.
I dropped it because I just didn't care. But also,
Right.
for more information, me and this ex from forever ago, we hung out after I broke up with this girl, and we didn't fuck. And then I even asked her, I was like, "Were you trying to like bait me into something?" And she was like, "No."
She was like, "No, we were chilling.
We were just
chilling.
homies.
I just wanted you to see it.
Yeah.
Although, more full disclosure, I would fuck the shit out of her. She's still so hot, but like we're not on that type of top. But if she was like, "Hey, I'm in Detroit,"
49 minutes, 14 seconds, send that clip to her. I'm just saying, we shoot your shot. Like I would totally. And also, flights to Detroit aren't that expensive. Let's make this happen.
Nah, I think I'll leave that door. I'll leave a doggy door on it. It's closed,
Right.
but it can
Leave the
be
key under the
accessed.
mat.
Yeah.
Leave the key under the mat.
It's like if you pop up.
I mean, I
if
am
you pop
painfully
up,
single, so like
If you
whoever
pull up on
wants
me-
can get it. Honestly, we're
Right.
out here living my free spirit best life.
Right.
Free spirit. Oh, this comes back again. I don't give a shit. I'm gonna check in.
Don't check in. Don't
I mean,
check in.
yeah,
we're not doing this every episode.
He just said anybody
Were
can
you
get
weak?
it.
Just tell me, were you weak?
I wasn't
Did
trying
you
to be strong.
did you fail Dr. Umar? Like, was it a white
Well-
woman?
Listen, I'm doing my thing. All right, didn't hook up with anybody, and I'm just gonna keep saying that regardless of whether it's true or not.
Can we shout out to what you talked about in the chat? You getting twerked on by a fake goth? I'm tired of
Oh,
this
dude,
shit.
the fake goth who twerked on me. So I got a gig bouncing, and I see this girl at the club, and she's got a Waken Open Air Festival shirt on, which is like a festival that takes place in Germany with all these like metal bands, right? So,
Okay.
and I'm like, is that the same shirt? And then she starts twerking on me randomly as her friends are screaming, "Get off him! He at work! He at work!" But she's
Does
cute
it
girl,
really
very-
matter? It never matters if
I
you're
get-
at work.
When you're getting paid cash, it matters. so, because my tax bill is going to be very high this year, so whatever cash I can get is great. But she starts twerking on me, and I notice on the back of her shirt, she's got a bunch of band logos, and I'm like, oh, this is like an open air festival shirt. So I asked her, like, yo, where'd you get this? And because she didn't seem the type to be, at a metal festival in Germany for sure.
Right.
And she's like, I got it off Marine Cerie. And apparently Marine Cerie is some like luxury, quote unquote, brand. And apparently like the band, like the festival shirt had, it was like remade by this brand with their logo on it on the sleeves, which is like a crescent
Okay.
moon. And like this shirt probably had to be like $200-$300. And I'm just like, God damn it, man. Like I thought I found like
You got a
cool
number at least.
Right.
black goth, right? No, she was obnoxious,
No.
dude. Like when you're
It's
bouncing, dude, the thing is, like
an
when I
insane
first got
poser.
into like doing security, I was thinking I was gonna get all these girls' numbers because I know so many girls who have stories about fucking bouncers, and I was like, damn, I'm gonna be that guy. And then I realized like nothing turns me off more than a drunk woman, dude. Like I mean, I already do that, but when you see them in
Yeah.
like large numbers and they're hitting on you, it's like, dude, there was like the one girl, she's like. We're in the club and there's like like the wall is glass so you can see outside. And I guess her mom pulls up to the club, but her mom's outside and not coming in because her mom's like, I guess, immune deficient and like didn't want to come in the club because of COVID. So she's like banging the glass, like twerking at her mom, like, come on, come inside. And I'm like, why are you banging on the glass? Like, call her. Like,
Walk
you have a
outside.
phone. This is
Text
your
her.
like, oh yeah, go walk outside. There's no cover. You can just come in and out as you please. Like,
She's
you
right
don't
there.
have to do
You can-
this. And
you can
it's
already
just-
see
when you
where
see
she
like
is.
drunk, obnoxious people.
Right.
Nothing
They're the
turns
worst.
me off more. So like
Right.
Worst.
any gig I think I've had maybe the only time like a girl gets me at the club and times I've been bouncing is when girls hit on me the second they get there. When they're sober or maybe just pre-gamed, then I'm like, God, I want it. But when like they have 6 drinks later and now they have the courage to like step to me like, so what are you doing after this? I'm like, get away from me. Like, get the absolute fuck away from
That's a mistake waiting to happen. Like that's
Yeah.
there's too many things. Too many things falling there for that. Like
Absolutely, and it's like so annoying too because like another thing that makes my penis soft is watching guys get rejected because I could feel the inadequacy. Oh, dude, last night this girl steps in, and oh my, there's 2 girls. It was like dark skinned Barbie and light skinned Barbie. Like they were just extra healthy bad. So this place serves food. They weren't there for the club vibe. They were literally there for the food. Great soul food.
nice.
And these girls came in for the food. They sat down to eat, and niggas would not like. They were in the very back, furthest corner from anybody, and like I'm like they're behind me, so I'm looking forward, and like you can see them walk to the back, and you see like every fucking head turn as they walk, and rightfully so. These bitches were
Right.
A1 hourglass shaped. Both of them were like maybe 5'4", like just absolute. The lashes were
They were
done.
fine young ladies, Justin.
Oh my
I've
God,
had
the
enough
dark-
of your misogyny.
The finest
They were
young
the
ladies.
dark skinned one had like this perfect little butt and nose. Like they looked like they were made in labs, bro. Like, and this is a club with already bad bitches in it. There's bad bitches everywhere in this club, and they like I would have killed every single one of them to get these girls. So they're walking to the back, and I see like every guy turn their heads. So they walk past me. I look at them, and I'm just like, all right, well, I'm security. I know my place. I'm the wall. Nobody cares about me. I'm a prop. So I'm just not even paying attention to them. And I see all these guys, like, as I'm looking forward, like, plotting ways to, like, get in the circle and, like, get near them. And you could tell these girls were, like, they knew what they were in for. Because guys would come up, and they would just be like, oh, no, thank you, da-da-da. Like, they already had a script prepared to reject us. Like, and it was
perfect.
It was so
hard. They were
hard.
there for the food.
They were literally there for the food. They ate and they bounced. And it's so funny because, like, when I see guys get rejected so hard, it like makes me feel inadequate because I can feel myself in high school, like because you don't just see the guys get rejected, right? I'm a bouncer. My whole job is to people watch. So I'm looking at these people and I'm seeing these niggas plot. I'm seeing these niggas fix their shoelaces, maybe put another dash of cologne on. I'm seeing them brush out the pocket, making sure there's no wrinkles on their shirt, stretching. I seen one dude a while ago. He like kept flexing his arm before he talked to this girl. I think he was like trying to get a pump. He was trying to get a pump in the club.
Yo, is that the secret? Yo, just
really fucking not.
Just like bam, bam, bam,
dude.
Bam,
bam. I've seen. You ever see like dudes get like on there? Even I've done this. Like a security guard at another club I wasn't working at. I was just like hanging out. A guard like challenged me to an arm wrestling contest, and I was like, oh, I had to yell about it. Like, oh, you want to arm wrestle me? Just to make sure there was like attention on me, as if that's going to give me bitches. But I beat him. I think I almost broke his arm. And then I was just like, honestly, I kind of ran the club that night, but I still went home with nothing. So, so like seeing these niggas fail after all the prep, it's just like, it takes it out of me because I'm just like, ugh. So like,
can't do that.
You leave the club feeling very drained. Although that hasn't happened to me in Detroit yet though, because like people hit on me everywhere here. So like even when I see niggas fail, like I saw niggas fail, and then I started talking to girls at the bar after everybody left, and they were like, dude, one girl, she walks up to me. She didn't walk up to me, but like I was talking to somebody else, and then she looks at me, and she's like a bartender, and she looks at my fingernails, which are painted black for the audio listeners, and she goes, "Oh, you got them fingernails and them tattoos? Yeah, you could definitely fight." So I was like, all right.
Is that
like,
the equivalent of looking at a big buff guy that wore skinny jeans like in 2008? Like, I'm pretty sure that I shouldn't make fun of this guy and his jeans.
Oh yeah, they saw the gliss, they saw the glow. So I mean, I don't know. I just rest in peace to those guys that hit. Oh my god, the one guy. Oh, I had to feel double bad for him because first of all, this nigga was dressed like Soulja Boy in 2008, like baggy shorts, baggy polo, and he struck out with the light skin. He was the first one that struck out with the light skin, right? Whatever, fine. But then 3-4 hours later, I'm like kicking people out of the bar, and I see him with another girl that is she exact same, like dark skinned Barbie, except this girl was like 6'1", like NBA baby. Well, 6'1" with heels, so probably like
6'1's not NBA, bro. I got to see like a WNBA player in like real life when I went on that trip to Connecticut. I have never seen a human that tall. Like I was at her waist. I'm 5'8" and I was at her waist. I was like looking up at her. I hadn't you just look, right? Like she was just trying to get her lemonade and grilled chicken nuggets, and I stared at her and I felt bad. But like a real basketball player, like that's a huge person, bro.
Well, anyway. This girl she's giving birth to somebody who's going to be famous, because this girl was, again, big, dark-skinned Barbie, thick as hell, just fitness body, mad tall, and, like, I'm kicking people out of the bar, and she gives him the, like, thanks for the drink, and, like, pats him on the back and walks out. So, he was definitely, so I'm like, damn. So I'm like, damn, I seen you 2 times for 2 seconds, and you got rejected by 2 women, and there was a 4-hour gap in between those rejections. So you had to be getting shit on all night, brother.
Damn.
There's nothing like
he was out of his league. He didn't even know what he was doing.
There has to be no worse feeling than closing the bar and getting no bitches. Because like I don't close the bar. When the lights come on, I leave. So that's like half an hour before. And typically, we've been friends for a long time, bro. Like when we go to the bar, like we go with the boys. Like I'm not going for bitches. I'm not the type of guy.
Yeah,
I'm not
yeah.
interested in girls like that. At that kind in those kinds of spaces. And I'm
where
not
the girls at? Yeah, it's weird. It's like it's just too. It's just
like
not necessary.
also like you really can't. This guy was by himself too. Like that's rule 101. You are getting no bitches if you're by yourself. You get bitches when you go with a group of niggas. I'm sorry, you get women when you go with a group of niggas and
You're right.
you approach a group of women, and you have to be the whole squad. Got to be on deck. You got to be good looking.
Really?
You got to have the drip. You got to be charismatic. The whole squad's got to be lovely, and then you got to come up to a squad of women that is not as good looking as you, because the hot squad is going to dub you. Their DMs are full. They're fucking some niggas when they leave here that they did not leave the club. Probably
Right.
rapper. Don't even bother with the super hot girls. Don't bother with the 10s. Go for the 7s when you
Right.
and your niggas are 9s.
Right.
And have like Biggie said,
Just
have
be-
your friends call my friends. Maybe we could be friends. You know what I mean? But like,
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what's the key there? Also, your friends have to be having way more fun than their friends. Because
yeah, you gotta run it.
you gotta be like on like at a level where your boys are just going for like 15 minutes, where they want to hang out because they're like, oh my god, they're so fun. They're
Yeah.
just
Those guys
so
are having
jo-"
a good time.
Yes, we are.
Exactly. Like you have to look like not look like you have to be having a good
Yeah,
time without
yeah.
women, and then women see that and they're like, oh, they don't even need us around, but these guys seem like fun.
Yeah.
But like,
always
if
the key.
this man came to the bar and left the bar by himself,
Mm.
no friends. Like my shit is. Don't get me wrong. There's been times where I've gone out, sat at a bar, and drank by myself. I'm not foreign to this, but I'm not trying to scoop nothing. Actually, fun fact: last time I did that, I did scoop something. She scooped me.
It does happen. It does happen.
But that was
When
like
you
a
at the
quiet
bar.
dive bar. I was not
Right.
intending to pick nobody
Exactly.
up at.
Right. That's might as well be a coffee shop, but just for nighttime.
It is, and you comment on each other's drinks, and you be polite. They buy a drink, you buy a drink, and then that's natural. That's natural.
Yeah.
God,
Yeah.
I would love a beer right now, actually, but I mean,
So,
it's too late.
I want to know. So you have these two beautiful black Barbies.
Mm.
What is the approach? How would you bag them at that club?
My philosophy is you fucking
You
don't.
don't.
They're
Okay.
there. You go to that's the
Exactly.
thing. You go to the bar with your boys. You want to look at women and you want to have an excuse to get nice or celebrate something or just drink with the boys. If those girls come up to you,
Right.
great.
Valid.
Or
Th-
like maybe you and your boys, like, so for in this example, like there were 2 girls. 2 guys
Right.
can't approach 2
Right.
girls, but
Right.
like
Gotcha.
5 guys can approach 5 girls because that's like a party then. But like 2
Right.
and 2 is weird. But
And 5 can't imagine 5 dudes pulling up on 2 girls. Like you
Yeah,
have
and
5
that's-
niggas who are like,
that's a-
"What's up, ladies?"
that's
Depending on the
NBC.
friend.
That's,
They're gonna
that's
call the
NBC.
cops.
You know, that's
Yeah.
that's something that's gonna happen there.
That's a
But like,
CNN
I mean,
report.
I'm
right
not the
there.
expert. I
Like,
don't. I'm
Right.
not the expert though. I've hooked up at a bar from a person I met at a bar literally once, and they bagged me. So,
Right.
but like the thing, I don't like girls in that environment. I don't feel great in those environments. I don't like talking over loud music.
Right.
I'm like I said, I'm only in those environments when I'm getting paid to be there. But
Right.
like, just from like my friends and like life experience, and like obviously I have a billion female friends at this point, so like I've heard you're not like, don't go with the intention that you're gonna bag bitches. Like the way I get women is the internet. The women approach me on the internet, and we do that. That is how I've procured 99% of my women. No, not 99. Maybe like 65.
Since
The
I've
other
known you.
35. Yeah, the other 35 is like word of mouth, friends of friends, or like
Sidekick.
parties I've scooped, but like parties of like people I know, I knew 70%, 80%, 60% of people in the room. And then
Right.
we already had something to talk. Like I'm already in spaces with people that I have things in common with. And then when there's
Right.
women that are there, I'm already gonna have stuff in common with them. But I don't have anything in common with like a random club
Right.
going.
You
girl.
don't know. You don't know.
I don't know if you guys did this, but like I had a bar that I would always go to. So there is like particular places that like are more conducive to you like picking up girls or picking up somebody, right?
Oh
Like,
yeah, know
I
your
had-
market.
Yeah. So like I went to like when I was in my early 20s, I would go to an NYU bar, like just hang out there, get drunk, and like it was just because I was always around the same set of people that we would be having fun, and then people would just kind of like merge into our group, and then all of a sudden
Right.
it's like, hey, how are you doing? Like, and then you get a little
Yeah.
smooth, and
Right.
I've been out of the
right.
game. It's been like 10 years, so I don't know anymore. I don't know what it is like. Like, do you guys just scan QR codes? Like, and like, I have no idea, man.
Yeah, I don't know, but and the thing about this dude too is like he was old. Like he wasn't. He definitely had to be like late 30s. So like the fact that he didn't even like know this. I mean, obviously you talk about the way he dressed. He was like late 30s with that social media shit. But like the fact that he didn't know this, and then like you could see him like paying his tab and like just throwing out 20s, and like you ever see somebody like get rid of money and you're like you could tell they don't have money. Like he was not in
hold
shape
on to the 20 just for an extra second, just hold on for it, and then you drop it and you're like, fuck it.
Yeah. Like he was not prepared to pay whatever giant tab he amassed trying to get bitches, and I just felt so bad for him. But
he's looking.
Rest in peace to him. You know what? I think that's there's only one way to close out today's show, and that's to say rest in peace to him. But I hope that man gets
top of the morning, top of the morning, top of the morning, top of the morning.
Hope you do, King. I hope you do.
Yeah. R.I.P.
R.I.P. It has been the National Meat Treasure. I love you guys. Everyone that's been listening in, feedback, giving us feedback, even the friends that check us in and say that we've got something going. Thank you for that, because that gives us the battery in our back. That's from me. I don't know if you guys want to say
anything.
anything.
Later. Catch us on social medias at thin.cruel.lips on all social medias, at Saint Thrilla and at Saint Thrilla Barrel.
Guys, people, anyone who listens, feel free, like follow me, DM me. I'm at Saint Thrilla on any social media platform of your liking. Be my friend. Please.
He likes it when people
be his friend and his wife's girlfriend.
Yeah, that's it. That's the one. Peace.
Top of the morning.
National Meat Treasure.